think Pat gives a lot to the community because a lot has been given to him. He feels that way, I can tell.
I think he's just driven by the fact that in Scripture it talks about to whom much is given, much is required. And I think that that resonates with Patrick in many ways. And I think that says it all. To whom much is given, much is required.
He really cares about this community. I think that's it in a nutshell. It's his home, it's where his business is, it's where all his friends are, and he really, really deeply cares about Rochester.
If you're living in a place and you've decided to make this your home, if you feel you can contribute to make it better, then why not be proactive about doing it? And he certainly does that. He doesn't hold back. He gives his all. He has ideas. He will maybe not always agree with everything someone does, and he gives sound reasoning on what his input or what his opinion is. And again, there's not a lot of people that are like that.
He's someone who cares greatly about his community, his fellow man, and obviously his family.
He had parents who he really felt gave him a really strong backbone and a lot of foundational wisdom. And I think he has wanted to share that with others in a number of ways, both with his actions, through business, through his volunteer work, and also his inspirational words.
Well, because he cares. I'm a community guy, and again, I think it goes back to at least one aspect of it, a big family. And his family, his father and mother, who he alludes to often in writing. You know, Pat's a real philosopher, and he's a terrific writer. And now he's writing for Gannett.
I almost see Pat's writings and communicate. He's a great communicator. I see him as almost in some ways Mark Twain-like in his writings. He will take on, there's a humorous side to his writing and to him as a person.
In this community, of course, I think spending all the time that he spends writing his articles for the Democrat and Chronicle, for those of you that have ever written an article, it takes a lot of time and effort to come up with a new idea every week. And so he tries to do his best to educate and teach his readers different things. So that's, I think, a very, very important thing that Pat does. He also is very charitable. I can say as his accountant that he's quite charitable in what he gives back to the community, not only of his time, but of his money as well.
He's also willing to take on the tough issues, shine light on areas where others might not want the lights to be shined. You know, he in his writings he'll talk about the difficult parts in the business community, difficult things that are going on, difficult things in our community. Feels strongly about inequities in our community. Feels strongly about the children in the Rochester City School District and what can be done to break down social divides.
Patrick's compassion really stands out. He is someone who cares greatly about his community and his fellow man.
I think Pat is a catalyst. I think he's someone who really can, when he sees a vision, he really has a way of inspiring others to make it happen.
I think Pat takes tremendous pride in this Rochester community, and in many ways he asks others to step up and share in that pride and to do that part.
Pat's a mentor at heart. He understands mentorship, what it means, and with the Boys and Girls Club, isn't that one of the key areas? And so that sense of mentorship and passing on knowledge to others in a caring way, an instructive way, I think is a real linchpin of what Pat's all about.
youths. He's done a number of projects in which he has really tried to glean some of the wisdom from his parents, from his faith, from historical figures, from research he's done, from his own knowledge, and brought it all together, and has wanted to share that, especially with the young people.
Anybody who reads his columns clearly know that this guy has a lot on the ball. Someone who's intelligent and thoughtful and caring, and someone who is willing to use his resources to make a difference.
He's also about personal responsibility. He's expecting each of us to do our part.
If you look at the purpose of the AT&T commitment to community, I think it really speaks to what it's all about, having someone like Pat Burke be the recipient. So I'd like to personally congratulate him and thank him for everything he does for our community.
Hi, I'm Steve Tasker of CBS Sports. I want to take this opportunity to congratulate Pat Burke on receiving the 2015 AT&T Commitment to Community Award, and also thank him for all the work that he does to support the area youth here in the greater Rochester community. Thanks, Pat.